Got it. I'm in. Hi, Stuart. Thank you for the training day today.
Mate, my pleasure.
I'm really looking forward to this opportunity to sharpen up what I'm not doing and what I'm overdoing, and effectively where my ego is getting in the way of my doubt. So I'm looking forward to experiencing whatever we experience today.
Thank you, mate. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
And it is, as we said before, that whole 60-second pitch, that's your time to shine, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I think most people have jumped on the whole networking bandwagon over the last couple of years because of no other choices, you know. But again, as you and I have talked about before, very often it's just like they're reading the brochure.
Yeah.
And if you've got 20 people on a call and you get 20 brochures being read to you, you're not going to take in any of that.
Yeah. Well, let me do something here, because you know, I'm going to be sharing this with actually, I don't know if we agree this, but I'm going to be sharing this with all my viewers. And you know, Stuart, just for Stuart is an amazing sales trainer, straight to the point. He's been on the radio show a few times, and why we're doing this today is we're just going to have something informal. It's going to be a bit of fun, but I'm sure that Stuart is also going to nail me to the ground and say, okay, Paul, grow up, put your big man pants on, and this is how you're going to do your pitch.
I'm going to do that on behalf of all your listeners and all your contacts. I am going to crucify you. I've had requests.
So yeah, so and all those on the YouTube channel, you know, it's great to, as I say, you're going to see Stu here. He's very relaxed today. Jenny's on it with all his gear and his sales trainer logos and everything. But we just pulled the stops out. And are you okay with that as we moving forward?
Absolutely, mate. Apologies for the jumper and the unshaven look, but as I said earlier, I did my ankle in at the start of the week, so I'm feeling a tiny bit sorry for myself and not bothering with Stuart.
So you you know, I'm gonna. So this is my usual sort of 60-second dive in, which I did change from the last time I spoke to you. So so they say, okay, Paul Rees, you've got 60 seconds, introduce yourself here. So yeah, so what I do is I specialize in the up design and build of advanced business and business owners, unique niches. So I specialize in really taking your product and niching your business. What that will do for you is I guarantee that will create a 50% increase in all-round business, critical performance, long-term profits. We design your USP product and service that will attract into your business a high-income, low-maintenance client-based market. Create a high-impact, long-term business customer attraction, and design a niche to your business for a guaranteed standard product and service into your market. So yeah, that's me, Paul Rees, niching your business above the rest. Now, I will say, Stuart, I was nervous. I've missed some words there and things, and I'm happy to go through that again. But that's the kind of 60 seconds that I'm currently using.
Okay. So what? When I was put you on the spot, when you say that at a networking event, how many inquiries do you get? 0
right now.
Right. So do you want me to give you my observations to why you don't?
Yes.
Because I have no clue what you do.
Oh,
if I based my knowledge on what you just said, I mean, I've known you for a couple of years, so I do know what you do. But actually, if I based my understanding on what you just said, no clue what you actually do for me.
Wow.
That's why you're not getting inquiries, because they don't know what you do. Now, you said a line in there, something about 50% increase.
Yeah.
That should be your opening line.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So what about I'm Paul Rees, this is what I do?
You know, I'm Paul Rees, I'm a business. I'm Paul Rees, I'm a business coach. I will, and whatever that 50% line, I tried to write it all down, sorry. You know, hi, I'm Paul Rees, I'm a business coach. What I do is I will give that 50% increase in and whatever the rest of the line was.
Yeah.
That's your opening line, because that will make people sit up. Because that's a big jump.
Let me start this again. And so, okay, Paul, introduce yourself. So yeah, I'm Paul Rees, executive business coaching. What I can do for you is I can guarantee a 50% increase in any business, all around critical performance and long-term profits.
Yeah, but shorten that.
Shorten it?
Yeah. Because that all-round critical, no. Right.
What is the point of me being there?
Right, listen. Right. Okay, we've done this on the show, so I'll do it again. So with your 60 seconds, it can feel like a long time, but actually it's not. What people want to know is who you are, what you do, how it helps them, so why they should care, and how to get hold of you. What you're doing is doing what every business coach I've ever met does. You are talking to them like a coach. Now, other coaches will love all that stuff that you say. The rest of us mere mortals don't have a clue about most of it. We prefer it in plain English.
Okay. So I would say my name and my business. Is that correct?
Yeah. Say, hi, Paul from Accolade Business Coaching. What I do is I will help you increase whatever the line was. Yeah.
Let me say that line again.
But don't overspeak it, Paul, because the 50% thing, that's the big part of that sentence.
Okay.
That
I'm
50%
Paul
increase.
Rees. I'm Paul Rees, Athlete Executive Business Coaching. I guarantee that I can increase your all-round critical performance and business long-term profits by 50%.
Now, do you think that line makes them say, oh, hang on, 50% is a big number. That is without doubt your opening line.
But that's not my USP. My USP is I actually niche a business.
Doesn't matter.
Does it not?
Because that's what's coming next. Yeah. So what I wrote, you can't see it from here.
No.
But I wrote what, as in 50% increase, and then how is the next bit. So, hi, I'm Paul Rees from Accolade Business Coaching. I will guarantee you a 50% increase in critical, whatever the heck it was you said.
Yeah.
Now, how do I do that? Well, and then a couple of lines about how you do it.
Okay, let me go again then. So for our listeners, and we're going to be repeating this, understand, when you're watching this video, it's like what Stuart is doing is really pushing me to take away the fluff and the BS. Not the BS, saying that's the wrong thing to say, but take away the fluff.
Fluff is the right word because coaches do that.
Yeah, we do fluff a lot.
Yes, you are the kings of fluff.
Okay, so let me do this. Hi, I'm Paul Rees, Athlete Executive Business Coaching. I guarantee to increase all critical performance and long-term profits in your business by 50%. And how I do that is...
No, let the line finish.
Oh, wow.
Say the line, let it sink in for a second. You've just said to me, and I've done to other people, you're going to increase whatever it was by 50%.
Yeah.
You need to let that sink in a second.
Okay.
Yeah. So 50% increase, yada, 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 whatever it is. Pause for just a second. Now, how do I do that? Well, and then a couple of lines about how you do it. But again, don't overfluff it.
Okay, let me go again. And hi, I'm Paul Rees, Athlete Executive Business Coaching. I guarantee to increase your all-round critical business performance and long-term profits by 50%. How I do that is by designing, No.
Okay, the word is there. Now it's just delivery.
Okay.
And you know this stuff because you've been on stage enough.
Yeah, but you know, when
so let's get the words, then we'll worry about how sexy it sounds, yeah?
Okay. And but when you've been put in this position where you have to be very specific about how you sell yourself, it's very intimidating. It really is, because suddenly you're having to really pick out the niche parts of you in your business and be very specific about that niche part and bring that forward. And I mean, as much as I love niching is my expertise in what I do, but when I'm finding to have to really niche my own words, it's really pulling on my heartstrings here and my confidence.
Okay, but look at it this way. You've got your, so let's say it's 5 seconds to say, hi, I'm Paul, right? Yeah. And it's 10 seconds at the end to say, so if you'd like to have a chat, my email's in the post, or here's my business card. So that you've still got 40, 45 seconds to give them the lovely stuff. That's plenty of time.
Okay.
Yeah. So we do the 50% line. That was the one. It's the one thing I wrote down. When you read it the first time, it's the one thing I wrote down.
The 50%.
Because 50% increase, that is a huge statement.
Yeah.
And that people are going to stop and listen to that.
Okay.
Yeah. For any business to get a 50% increase, they don't even care on what for the minute. They just hear 50% increase. So they want to know what that's going to, yeah. So, sorry, say that again. Yeah. 50% increase. I'll have some of that. What's it on?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why that line's coming first.
Okay.
So that's what you do. It's like, I've joked with you before. Nobody cares how I do the magic that I do with them. They just want to get the result. They want to be better at selling. And they don't really care how I do it at the start point. They'll see how I do it when we start working together. But actually, just when I first do my 60 seconds, they just want to know that what result they get. They don't care what magic I'm going to perform to get them there.
Yeah.
That comes later. Yeah. So your statement about 50%, that is a sit up and listen statement.
Okay. So the most important thing in a pitch is to have a power guarantee.
You need them to listen, because you could be the 15th person who's spoken in the last 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You need to say something that makes them go, oh, what?
Yeah. So you have to be courageous in a pitch where you're guaranteeing something that you know you have to work to make happen, but is bigger than anybody else's guarantee.
There's a line I say in mine, I've probably told you before. So I say to people, look, and I'll do mine quickly because this is about you, not me. I say, look, my name's Stuart Pearce. I'm a sales trainer. I've been for over 20 years. I've trained people across the globe to be better at sales. But the one thing I 100% refuse to do is train everyone the same, because we are not the same. That's my sit up and listen line.
Wow. Wow.
And then I'll say something like, so, for example, if there are 10 ways to sell something, but you only like doing 4 of them, why on earth would I waste your time teaching the other 6? Mm-hmm. Let's focus on the bits that you like to do and make you fab at them, backed by my 20 years. How's that sound? And they go, and I get an average of 3 leads a time.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Whether it's 4N, BNI, don't matter who it is, there's enough of them around it. I get an average of 3 inquiries or 1 to talk to you later each time I do one.
Wow.
But what they want to do, what most of those conversations are afterwards, is I've made this statement. They want to know if I'm telling the truth. Because it's easy to sit there and say it, but they want to talk to me for an hour on a Zoom to see if I carry on that conversation. Mm-hmm. And what I tend to do is I'll give them a little tip. Oh, try this, and I'll help where I can.
Okay.
And then they go, okay, he was telling the truth. That is how he does it. Mm-hmm. I want to work with him. Yeah. And that's what you need. You need that statement. And for me, I think just based on what you said at the start, that 50% increase statement, that is a sit up and listen statement.
Yeah. Wow. Let me share this to the viewers and listeners here, is that Stuart come on today. I didn't give him any information. I didn't give him my pitch. But this is almost like a cold coaching lesson from Stuart, because there was no prep for him, bless. And that's what I love about Stuart. He can come straight off the cuff and work straight with you, where he doesn't need to know whole abundance, because what he's great at is understanding sales, emotions, and people very quickly. And that's what we did. We did that so purposely. Stuart would have to think on his feet, which he does really well.
You do it to me on the radio show as well. You never tell me anything until I get on there.
I know, but that's what I love about working with you, and that's why you're so successful at what you do, is that you work with the individual, not with a system, and that is fantastic. So let me go again with this. Hi, I'm Paul Rees-Ackley. I'm Paul Ackley, Executive Business Coaching. I guarantee to increase all-round critical performance and long-term profits in your business, in you, by 50%. How I do that is by redesigning your niche, your USP product, and taking you into what we call is the high income, low maintenance market.
I like that.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Now,
what you've done, you've gone, hi, I'm Paul. This is what I'll do for you. This is how I'm going to do it. When do you want to talk?
Well, now I've just cut out, so you are listeners, this is my whole pitch that I have in front of me when I nervously pitch every week. I've just taken out 75% of that word in.
But look at this. Just because they say you've got 60 seconds, you don't have to talk for 60 seconds.
Okay. If
you've said what you're going to say in 45, why fluff it up? Why add in more?
Wow.
If you've said what you've got to say, and what I suspect that mine is rarely 60 seconds. It doesn't need to be, because I've said what I've got to say. Why am I saying more? Yeah. And that's where problems cause, because people start to pad it out and put in what they think they want to hear, and they'll do this, read off their phone because they wrote the script on the phone and they're reading it again. No. And I've said it before on the show. If you have to read your pitch about your own business, that for me is a hurdle.
if you can't talk about your business,
if you can't talk excitedly about your business for 60 seconds, get another job.
Wow. So I am going to have to write this down word for word. I'll be truthful to after our call for me to just understand it. Do you feel that pitch, was understandable? It's like,
for me, I think it's ultimately so much better than the first one you did. Okay. Because you've, hi, I'm Paul. Bang, here's my statement. Yeah, that made you sit up, didn't it? How do I do that? Well, I will, whatever.
USP and niche your business into...
Because people understand what a USP is. Most people know, will have heard that name before. But actually, what you're now doing with that 6 seconds is you are creating interest. People will now want to know more.
Yeah.
You said a bit about how you do it.
So,
and you said that what you'll do will increase it by 50%.
Yeah.
I suspect people now want to know more.
So when you work with your clients, because you cover all areas from the understanding about the pitch, out the sale, close, open, all these wonderful things. I'm guessing that you see a lot of exaggerated pitches like mine here today, where we feel we've got to say more to actually mean more to be understood. But effectively, it's not, Stuart, it's say less to be understood.
It's not say less or say more, it's say enough. And what you want is, hi, I'm Paul. This is what I do. This is how I do it and why you should care and want to talk to me. This is how you can talk to me. This is my number and email. That's what you've got to do. It doesn't matter. I mean, we've all been there in the certain public networking with some idiot or something with a stopwatch on you.
Yeah.
Like, really, we're grown-ups here now, mate. If it goes under 62 seconds, we're really that upset, It's like, come on, it's a bit petty, but there you go, not my choice. But as long as you get those things across, so this is who I am, this is what I do, this is how I do it, and why you should care and want to speak to me. This is how you can get hold of me. Yeah. That's all you got to cover.
Do you think it's important to? Do you think, Stuart, it's important to put in who you're looking for? Because they often say,
no, stop that. It's just right. What's happening there is there are certain networking groups who will push you to get referrals.
Yeah.
Now, for me personally, I'll refer somebody if I know them and I think they're good at what they do, not because I'm supposed to. Now, if you have somebody specifically you'd like to talk to that you might know about, then great, do it. But don't do it as part of the course.
Okay.
It's because what it does is it does a couple of things. It takes away from what you've just, the sexy thing you just said about how great you are and how it can help them. By the way, I want to talk to this guy. But what it also does in the subconscious, which as we know is about 30,000 times more powerful than the conscious mind, what you've just done is going, hi, all you people, I do this, this, and this, but I actually want to talk to that guy.
Yeah, I see.
You're not important enough for me to talk to, or you're not my client. So don't bother to make an inquiry with me because I want to talk to this person.
Yeah.
I have never done that.
Have you not?
No, never.
I think
refuse to do it. It doesn't help anybody. And it just alienates everybody else in the room. Why would you do that?
Stuart, there are so many views and ideas of what pitching is. For me, I think the importance is pitching a way that's proven, which is what you're doing here for me today. We've been on a call maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and what I've got from you today is that you've completely stripped my pitch away very easily, and you've rebuilt it very easily for me also. So a lot of common sense, more so than anything else. But I think when we take common sense and put confidence and pull them together, they tend to fuse and get very complicated. And I now have got my pitch, which I'm going to again rewrite after our call. But what I hope your viewers have got out to is the understanding of one, it's important to take your pitch to a professional like Stuart and really, really assess and analyze it, because it's no good down the shop window where you're promoting summer gear and we're in the middle of winter. Because effectively, if your pitch is not right, your shop window is not right. It's important to have there, and all Stuart's details will be below anyway for you to get hold of him, because he's such an amazing guy. And Stuart, I've really, really really enjoyed this opportunity.
But what you've got to think about as well is that now you've set out your standard. Your next step has to follow that and be consistent.
Okay, explain that to me.
So the idea of your 6 seconds is to make people in that room want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully what we've done today will make them want to do that, and you'll start getting people want to talk to you after networking. And you'll feel much happier about doing networking, and you'll, and when the inquiry, if you only get one each time,
yeah,
that's better than you have been getting. Yeah. But what you've got to think about now is that consistency. So you always joke that I'm quite blunt and to the point, and I'll just say how it is. You get that with me, whether it's like this or whether we're on a training session that you're paying for. Because otherwise, so for example, if I was all soft and polite and lovely on a networking, and then when I trained you, I beat you to death, you'd be like, whoa, what happened there? Yeah. So as you said right at the start, Stuart is likely to nail me to the floor with this. And I have, because we don't, if people are paying for my time,
yeah,
but thankfully lots of people do, I'm very grateful for that, thank you. They don't want to faff around, and they don't want to blow smoke. They want to get it fixed for them as quickly as possible so they can start using it. The point I think I've made to you before is when someone does a 4-week training course with me, they don't have to wait 4 weeks before they can use some of this stuff. They want stuff each session they can use. And that's what they get. From each session they go away from, they'll have something they can put in place. So it builds as they go. Yeah? But what you've got to do now from the 60-second pitch we've looked at today is think, right, how do I take that same to the point message when I have a one-to-one with somebody from networking and make the message the same?
Okay.
So you need the consistency, otherwise they get a shock and they go, oh, hang on, what one, you did the networking, you said you did this, now you're changing your mind.
Okay.
That is not helping you.
Okay, so stick to the unique message. Keep that message there. And if I need to add something, well, this week we have been up to, but make
adding
sure
is fine. Adding is, and again, if we work out that what you've got now only does 40 seconds, you've got 20 seconds spare.
Yeah.
If that's 20 seconds to go, and actually this week I spoke to Stuart and helped him do blah blah blah.
Yeah.
That's all good. People have a story, and it's in the whole social proof thing,
Yeah.
But what you've got now is a message. Yes. We're going to increase, when we work together, we're going to increase by 50%. Now, how I do that, or how I go about that, and again, when you do it, it's like, I'm Paul Rees, blah, 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 50%. How do I do that? Well, what I'll do is, and get that inflection in there, which I know you can do because you've been on stage often enough, get that inflection. How do I do it? Well, it's like this, that kind of stuff, that, the thing you always tell me about when I get too excited, but get that in there because, and again, subconscious mind, if you're excited about it, they're thinking, oh, hang on, maybe I should be listening to this. Yeah. Because all too often we hear people just roll through the pitch on their phone in their 6 seconds and then some dodgy tagline, or I'd like to speak to Fred at whoever it is, that's not making me want to listen. So use the inflection I know you can do. Get that excited voice in there that I know you can do. And just, get excited about, again, which I know you are.
Yeah.
But if you're nervous about what you're saying and not sure it's working, the passion will go, won't it? You're just doing words. Yeah. Hopefully now what we've done, you'll be excited when you say this stuff now. But my only piece of advice to follow that is follow that excitement on in the one-to-one. So when you get an inquiry and someone wants to talk to you afterwards, take that message, make it the start of your one-to-one, and then expand on it. Okay. Because that's the point of the one-to-one. They want you to expand on what you just said. How the heck are you going to get me 50% increase? Well, let me show you. Yeah. Happy days.
Stuart, this has been fab, man. I love our calls, and I'm sure our viewers and our listeners are going to get a lot out of this as usual.
My pleasure, as always, mate.
Absolutely. So for you watching, down below, you see all Stuart's details. Absolutely get hold of the man. He's brilliant. He's ace at his sales for sure. So it's been fantastic. So yes, happy days, everybody. Have a fantastic week. Okay, Stu, thank you. So I just need you